Look, don't mind the shirt. That's green screen. Look at the Shonen Jump magazine cover celebrating the 28th anniversary of One Piece. Welcome back to chapter 1155 of One Piece. Last chapter, if you don't remember, let me remind you what just happened. He happened. Rox D. Xebec showing up, and so now we are here, we are back. The title of this chapter is The Rox Pirates. We have Loki sitting up, we have Stussy, Rox, Shiki, Whitebeard. Loki, this is Elbaf, but Pops ain't here. He's on a voyage. You're all puny humans. This is the first I've ever seen one moving around for real. And Sussy's like, oh, how cute. Hang on. Did you just say Pops? You're Harold's kid. Rox, the legendary pirates came to Elbaf, but why? I'm guessing he can still be reached even if he's away, right? What's your name? Loki. All right, Loki. Just do what I tell you. Head on home and get someone to send urgent word to your pops. Tell him to say Loki has been seriously hurt. You got to return to Elbaf at once. And then Loki just upset, watch your mouth. Do I look like I take orders from a human? Also, the fact that Elbaf just wouldn't care either way. You seriously expect my father to drop everything just because I'm hurt? Yeah, right. Besides, someone as weak looking as you has no right to boss me around. Hands up. Rox's swordsmanship was renowned for its brutal impact akin to a giant hammer or a cannon fire. It was said to blow everything in the surrounding vicinity away. So when we saw that mountain get cut, it wasn't Rox using Buggy's fruit or Law's fruit. It was just his freaking blade. And he strikes right at the leg of Loki. Loki screaming in pain. Oh my god. There we have it. Loki has been seriously injured. Harold's path crossed with this madman once before. It happened during the reverie that year. We're at the Mary Joie. Someone's attacked and kidnapped 5 of the kings. 5? Unbelievable. That big man in black has to be the culprit. Imu's like, the lives of those sovereigns cannot be used to extort the Mu. No kidding. Holy shit. Okay. No kidding, but it threw the Holy Land into chaos, didn't it? The incident would be the first and last of its kind. An intruder made it all the way to the flower room, hidden deep within the Holy Land. So we have here Rox right now in the flower room, sees the Imu and sees the mysterious figure. And we have seen this figure before showing up in the flower room. And it's none other than Gunko. Wow. Oh my god. Imu looks over to Rox. The man claimed to be a Devi Jasonian pirate. He knew there was nothing more he could do in that moment, so he withdrew with these words. Just wait, one day, I'll be back. Oh my god, Rox is the best, dude. The fact that Rox makes it to the flower room and threatens Imu is like, I'll be back for you, and leaves? Wow. That being said, as the dialogue box mentions, he knew there was nothing more he could do in that moment. So even he knew he could not take on Imu at that moment. We cut back outside of Mary Joie. Naturally, this incident would never be brought to light. Ironically, on that very day, there was another intruder in the Holy Land. Look, it's so much bigger than a normal giant. Okay, so here are all the celestial dragons seeing Harold and going, oh, I want him, I want him. And then here we have Harold is like, I gotta freaking get out of here. I'm sorry, the negotiations went south, and I know trespassing is a crime, but isn't all this going a bit too far? Don't let the King Napper get away. That wasn't me, I swear. So wait a minute, hold on a second. It wasn't Rox. Neither was it Harold. Because I'm going back to the Emu conversation with Rox. And Emu's like, the lives of those sovereigns cannot be used to extort Mu. Rox responds, no kidding, but it threw the Holy Land into chaos, didn't it? As if they're having a conversation about something that happened, but Rox isn't claiming that that was him. And obviously Harold didn't do it. So who? Maybe I'm thinking about this too hard. Either way, we see Rox and Harold about to like run across each other. An admiral was murdered. The culprit ran towards the castle. Proceed with caution. It's just one thing after another. Seize that biggin. That must be the guy who kidnapped the kings. How dare he use me as a scapegoat? I'll show him. And then Rox here is like, a giant in the Holy Land? Don't your kinda lurk in the boonies? And oh my god, the fact that they clashed! Oh my god, just state your name. It's Harold. I'm Rox. Angle your next strike towards the town. They'll enslave you if you get caught. Why? The clash between two strangers blew away everyone within a 5-kilometer radius. And Rox says, don't ask questions. Holy. Harold's him. How do you, oh, okay. And then Rox is like, how do I get to Elbaf? The new world is that way. If you survive this, let's meet again, Harold. Don't be ridiculous, as if I'd never associate with a criminal like you. Are you serious? Just gonna jump off the edge? And Harold's like, see ya. Oh, he just jumps off the red line. Rox had taken down a Navy admiral just moments earlier. Despite all the efforts to save him, the admiral did not survive. It was deemed the most grievous sin. In a blink of an eye, Rox's infamy boomed. The event sent powerful shockwaves throughout the sea. Wow. And it's funny because the reason why he is the most devious, or sorry, has the most grievous of sins is not because he killed an admiral. Emu would not care. It's because he saw Emu is why he is the most grievous of sins, which makes me feel that Dragon's epithet of being the most dangerous man, he has also seen Emu. I think that's the case at this point. Either way, once again, also, we're not tying him capturing 5 kings as well. So it was not Rox that kidnapped the 5 kings, nor was it Harold's. This is so interesting. Sometime later, a ship carrying a great amount of celestial tribute to Mary Joie was attacked. The gates of justice were destroyed and the attacker fled the scene. The stolen funds were later used to support the Rox pirates' activities. Until that point, Rox had always acted against the world government, but after that, he started to target pirates too. In the world of pirates, there exists a long-standing tradition known as the Davy Back Fight. Pirate crews would compete in a series of matches, wagering their flags or even their crewmates in a truly ruthless game. So there have been many theories, including some that I was thinking that I would hope happen in the series, where we would see the real Davy Jones, or sorry, the Davy Back Fight. We would see a real Davy Back Fight. It could very well be possible that we have a Davy Back Fight with Blackbeard. I was expecting maybe something to do with Buggy, because I think the only way Buggy and Luffy's crew can fight without fighting to the death is a Davy Back Fight. But who knows? We'll see. Let's continue reading. Rox used this tradition to build his entire crew. They had won many scoundrels to their side before they even had a flag. They got an amazing guy. You'll lose it when you see him. And we have Rox talking to Whitebeard. We already have Shiki and Sussy aboard. After that, they made their way to Elbath. So he got all of these pirates together from Davy Back fights. Wow. Elbath Quest Castle. Hold on, this is a large page. You need to zoom in on this. Okay. I rushed home as fast as I could, but I'm glad I already turned the corner on your recovery. Thank goodness. Okay, so Harold's already here. I know that you're strong, Loki, but you shouldn't wander into the realm of the dead. You got lucky escaping with nothing more than that after falling off that cliff. There is plenty more dangers just lurking deeper inside. And then, oh, Loki's like, oh, Dad really did come back, understanding that Harold actually really cares about Loki. And then Loki immediately goes, it has to be a coincidence. He couldn't have come for me. Rox, I've heard about all your crimes. What are you doing here? I miss you, Harold. You gotta join my crew. The world government won't hear you out. You get it? Now the time has come. So that's the king of Elbath. He sure is big. Don't be stupid. If I anchor myself with a thug like you, I'll lose all the goodwill I've built up with my allies. What of it? Aren't you those allies government pawns? What's the point of reaching for something that's impossible? You gotta level the playing field. Don't be a wet blanket. Oh, don't be a wet blanket, Harold. Elbath has the greatest warriors in the world. If something churns your stomach, you should just crush it. And then we see here the current Rox pirates. Actually, hold on. Let's get a good picture. Who is this person on the far left, though? This looks like a weirdo Moria. Like, it isn't Moria, but it looks like a weirdo Moria. Oh, and we see the giant here, the Iron Giant with like the helmet here. It was in Thriller Bark as a zombie. We have this like gangster looking guy too. All right, let's keep going. This is fantastic though. This is, dude, I am so happy. That's the old way. Elbath has changed. People never change. That same bloodlust is still pulsing through you. Hey, can't you just to enjoy a meal? Whitebeard's like, come on, just relax, y'all. You guys should know that if you follow a man like him, you'll only be led to ruin. And then Shiki is like, following that moron? Don't make me laugh. We're all completely out for ourselves. None of us would even bat an eye. Shiki the Wicked, future Golden Lion. Oh, wow. Well, that's not to say his plans don't have a certain appeal that can prove very lucrative. And we have Miss Bucking the Tech Bandit, Buckingham Stussy. Have you heard of the Hachinosu, the place they call the Isle of the Exiles, or even Pirate Island? Countries all around the world send their worst inmates there as a form of penal exile. Don Marone, gangster from the West Blue. And here he goes, a West Blue gangster. I don't know who the hell this guy is, but he's awesome. It was meant to be a barren island with no food where all you could do was wait for death. Edward Newgate, future Whitebeard. But last year, the survivors started banding together. And why do you think that happened? Pirate Prophet Ochoku, future Commodore of the Pirate Island. Ochoku, really? Okay. Did Ochoku? I'm like trying to remember. Like, I don't think we've seen Ochoku like this before. Right? Hold on, I'm looking this up. No, okay, all right. I just like this is Wang Ji. We've heard about this person. We have never gotten to see who they look like. So we got Triple Chin Ochoku here. All right. And then we have Gonzui the Smuggler. Believe it or not, the island had a massive gold deposit. A shadowy organization found out and got involved that helped the criminals amass a fortune. They really pissed off the government. So we have our current, or at least the current era Rocks Pirates. Not current era, but you know what I'm saying. At least right now in the story. These days, anyone who gets near the island gets swarmed by the hardened criminals. They'll strip you of everything. So we cut a deal with the government. I asked, how much are you going to pay us if we get that island back for you guys? Once we get the money, we'll take down Pirate Island, split the mountain load of loot between us. But there's no way in hell we're just handing over the island and those criminals after that we get that. I'll take charge of Hachinosu with these dumbasses under me, and we'll turn it into a pirate paradise. I can already see the government and the Marines standing there like clueless dogs. I love that we're starting to also see how Teach is now wanting to control Hachinosu and how that relates to something that Rox is looking at trying to get. This is just the prologue to my life. Using that island as me and base, I'll crush the Navy, bring the Holy Land crashing down after that. I'm gonna be king of the world. I don't know why I just gave Rox that voice instead of the deeper voice, but you know, we're gonna deal with it. This is how Rox sounds now. Your enemies are too big. You're picking a fight with the whole planet? Say what you want. One day someone's bound to pull it off. There's no such thing as power that lasts forever. Join me, Herald. If we team up, we might be unstoppable. And we see Loki also peering through the door, hearing this conversation go down. Quit inviting me. I told you I'm a king. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna claim the whole damn world. The world. And then Loki's like, the world. Loki suddenly realized he had found salvation. Oh, that's cool, man. He sees Rox and he's like, yo, Rox, he's my man. Even though the first time we see Loki and Rox interact, Rox just beats Loki. So I don't know if he's gonna be too excited. 4 years passed. Harold continued rejecting the numerous invitations he received until one day, Rox's plan had finally reached its fruition, backed by the monstrous crew. He would send shockwaves throughout the world. Set sail, you bastards! And there we have it. End of chapter 1155. Break week next week. And we see that a bunch of pirate ships are heading towards Hachinosu. So most likely, as it says, Rox's plan had finally reached fruition. He has taken control over Pirate Island. Interesting. The thing is that it says 4 years passed, Harold continued rejecting the numerous invitations he received until one day. So is Harold really going to join the Rocks Pirates? Oh my God. Also, the fact that this is literally a full Rocks backstory, man, Oda just like, you're like, oh sweet, a Loki backstory. Flip the next page. Oh my God, a Rocks backstory. What the heck? And I love that how Rocks has now inspired Loki to become a pirate. This is the moment Loki has been waiting for his entire life. It makes me so happy that now we're not only getting to see the Rocks Pirates, but now finally, after years and years of torment, does Loki have something to look forward to. As it mentions, as Rocks claims that he wants to be king of the world, it says Loki suddenly realized he had salvation. Absolutely incredible. What a freaking awesome chapter. The fact that we get Don Marone, Miss Bucking, Shiki, Ganzui, Ochoku, and Edward Newgate as the Rocks Pirates. Awesome. Freaking so... Man, dude, it makes me so happy to see this. Rocks is such a cool character. I'm still very interested about how this beginning, like, chapter opened up. Because somehow, Rocks makes it to the flower room. So already, that is insane. He has already made it to the flower room. We hear that 5 kings have been kidnapped. However, it doesn't appear that Rox kidnapped the kings. Neither is it tied to anything he did for his wanted poster. Like the wanted poster just says he killed an admiral, right? Oh, it was Rox. Never mind. I misread this. This is basically Rox approached Emu and was like, do this thing for me. I have 5 kings that I will let free. And Emu is like, I don't give about those kings. You can't use them to extort me. And then that's when Rox was like, no kidding, but it threw the Holy Land into chaos. Like, it caused a whole mess here, but I wasn't able to ultimately bargain with you. And also, I love the fact that we pan over to see Gunko here too, which is fantastic, freaking fantastic. What a great chapter. It's a break week next week, but that's okay because Oda has been cooking with these chapters, and boy, he needs to stretch out his fingers and get a little rested up before the next chapter. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I'm very excited to jump into more One Piece. Oh my god. Oh, by the way, I will be on Patreon for free. You'll be able to watch the One Piece movies over on my Patreon. Check that out. Starting this Sunday, I'll be releasing it every Sunday and Thursday. One Piece movie. You should definitely check it out. They have been fantastic so far. Okay, I'll see you later. Goodbye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.